Hey guys, what is going on? The Zip of RageQuitTV casting the ZOTAC finals between MaSa and DDE. MaSa spawning as the purple 10 and DDE spawning as the blue 10. It is, well, yeah, TVT, as I just said, $100 rides on the line of this match. Second place gets nothing. First place gets $100. A lot on the line, and we'll see what exactly happens. DDE has a pretty sick TVT nowadays. I know when he first started playing, he had a horrible TVT. Like, it was god-awful. Like, I could beat him in TVT, and that says a lot. But now, he has become pretty insane at his TVT style. And there is a 2-minute delay turned on the stream now to prevent any possible form of stream cheating. Because, well, again, $100 rides on the line, and that is quite a bit. SCV getting a supply depot up at the top of the ramp, and we have a well, no, it's not a 9 pylon, it's a TVT. What am I saying? Another 10 supply depot at the top of this ramp. My apologies, I was just casting Inca versus MaSa, and you know what, I'm so used to TVP because I've casted about, I think, 10 or 12 games today, and about 9 of them have been TVPs. Lots, yeah. And both players getting a big, so we'll see DDE not getting any gas, but neither is MaSa. But it's only at 13 supplies, so they shouldn't get a gas just yet. However, DDE is getting another supply depot. He started that to prevent any form of scouting in his base, which basically says, hey, I'm fast expanding because this supply depot is up super quick. And I can do that without dealing my orbital command because I didn't spend 75 minerals on this Vespane geyser. And MaSa, we'll see what he ends up doing. DDE will be able to get that scout on. And he will know for a fact there's no gas behind that. I guess the only other thing you could do is a Sixjax. You get the super fast depot and they scout it, you could go for a Sixjax. That's basically all I can think of that you could really do. So, I'll have to ask someone eventually or one day why they do that. Why they put that supply depot. Maybe it's just to stop the SCV from running all around, but you get a Marine out. It's just a little bit curious to me because it just advertises what you're doing. And the command center is being built by DDE right now, so both players are taking the Expo, and MaSa is getting a super late scout. He won't even be able to see if there's a wall or not the way this Marine is going. And he is greeting that SCV way at the front. Hey, what's going on? And Stutter Step is gonna not take it out, but hey, SCV doesn't even come down here, so he doesn't know if DDE plays that command center at his natural, or is he gonna float it? In the back, he is getting 2 more barracks, and right now for MaSa, he's got 2 gas, so he is gonna be going for a factory. Most likely, there's gonna be like the Blue Flame Hellion play we normally see in TVTs, or used to see in TVTs at MLG. And we'll see what's victorious. DDE just now getting a gas. Keep in mind, this gas has been mining for quite some time. He's at 100 gas before DDE's gas even finishes. Wait, he's at like 250 gas before DDE's finishes because he's got a factory on the way. And 2 factories on the way. So it's definitely going to be a Hellion play, it looks like. And DDE getting his second gas now. But man, DDE is like about 260 gas behind MaSa right now. However, he does have a much larger Marine force, I would assume, or will in the future. No, he's got one right now. 7-4. Tech lab being built on that one. Maybe it's going to be like a 2-factory push. Getting a starport, so maybe now it's going to be a Hellion drop. I really don't know what MaSa is doing. I normally don't see a player go up on double fact so fast out of a fast expansion. He is going to go for Blue Flame Hellions. DDE going to try to throw up the Mana Bunker, but doesn't get that off. And you'd think if he was going for this Blue Flame Hellion play, he'd get a reactor on this one earlier, and then fly this one factory over so he can get a lot of Hellions really fast. But he didn't choose to do that. And now DDE coming in here, taking out a lot of the Marines. And the Hellions sit on that high ground, shooting those Marines down. And that does a lot of damage. You can see those Marines just getting toasted. And now DDE sees 3 Hellions, so he should know that it's Blue Flame Hellion play. At least, 2 factories. I mean, from the timing, when you see 2 units just magically come out of nowhere, that normally means they have 2 buildings producing them. Or a reactor. He could think there's a reactor on that. And Hellions coming down, that may be a mistake. DDE perfectly split up, so the Hellions can't really come down here, but there's a medevac on the way, and that could take DDE by complete surprise. Blue Flames is done, and you have the 3rd factory being built. What's DDE doing? He is getting a tank out. And DDE placing a bunker back here. Medevac is going to be moving out. And is DDE going to keep any forces back? He did see the medevac. Has 1 SCV stood in the supply depot here, so he can probably see the medevac from just moving around. You can see it's right here. Will DDE get the scout on this and really have forces to deal with this?
I'm in a heap of trouble.
DDE just wants to get this up, and he does. So that'll keep him fairly safe once he gets the Marines in here. But all that has to happen, literally, is 1 tank to come out, because a tank outranges a bunker even with Marines in. And here we go, Blue Flame drop, and DDE shuts that down completely. About 4 workers were killed. So maybe he lost a scouting worker. I don't know exactly, but that's pretty much 1 worker for 1 Hellion at that point. And it looks like he's going Hellion Raven. And now going to be getting tanks out, as he is getting Tech Labs. So Masa is playing a pure mech style. DDE is playing a hybrid style. And now another Hellion drop with 3 of them in, and we'll see if they can do some damage. And it looks like it's going straight for the main. And DDE doesn't have units there, but thankfully all these tanks not in siege mode, so he can move quickly. And wait, he's going to see this. How fast is DDE's reaction time? Pretty fast. Oh, he's lining them up though, but that's just a bait. And 2. Looks like 2. And now these tanks again just outranging. Well, they could. Yeah, you can see they do outrange a bunker with Marines in it, if you were questioning what I said earlier. And DDE is going to fall back, but he has a lot more tanks than his opponent just because he's had his 2nd base mining for so long. Masa has been stuck on 1 base for quite a while, and now DDE is going to exploit this fact by moving in, throws down the scan, sees the composition, and gonna turn right around. So he's not as far ahead as he thought, or maybe he didn't expect that tank transition, or maybe the air that is accompanying the tanks, because that is what gives Masa +1 vision. And DDE is going to take out these destructible debris over here and get vision of quite a bit of the map, while this 1 barracks does float. And both players on 3 factories right now. DDE does not have Blue Flames. And another medevac is coming out with 2 Hellions. Scan going down. DDE not really in position to deal with this. And like always, we'll go into this in his camera. And we'll lock it. And medevac... let's see. Medevac does go down. These 2 Hellions, though, 6 and 7. Kills on those. But that could have been by the time those Marines were there. 21 SCVs died though, so no, I think that was correct. That drop finally did the damage it had to. DDE though, 43 SCVs to 45, so he's not really that far behind in the SCV count. And let's see, in this tank count, 7 to 5, so DDE way ahead in the tanks. He's ahead in the Vikings. And he's just way behind in the Hellions because he's not producing any. We do see a Ninja 3rd base coming up for Masa. And so many Hellions coming out for these two Marauders. Meanwhile, DDE just takes complete air dominance. That Viking does run away. And now he can inch his forces up. And is he going to get the watchtower? He may be forgetting a vital thing. Is that all these Hellions are right here. And they can just easily do a counter-attack into that middle line. Any second now. DDE has his Vikings positioned over the starport, so as soon as a Viking comes out, it dies. Ready? And he's doing a drop over here. Vikings out, it's dead. And there goes the drop for DDE over here. And DDE doing quite a bit of damage now. This one Viking versus all of these. Thanks to the point defense stone, it can do some damage. And uh-oh, we have a big attack here. And the tanks get kind of stupefied by that surround. He didn't really kill that many harvesters, but now he's moving in to attack this tank line. And these tanks are going to siege up on the high ground over here. DDE still has that air superiority. So he can easily move in and pick these tanks off if he wants to. And you got to keep in mind, this entire time, all these Hellions been sitting idle that could just troll into the main. And here it is. Uh-oh. What was DDE's plan if they don't counterattack? Like, I really don't understand how lucky DDE is getting right now. You don't really have much defense. Maybe I'm on the, alone thinking this. But yeah, there's really not too much defense. And so many SCVs dying right there. One Hellion toasting this one command center trying to go up. And meanwhile, you have these ninja expansions going all around the map, and it's only a matter of time until DDE starts scouting for that. Scam goes down, and I don't know how a shot went off. Maybe it was somewhere else on this, Marauder. And DDE still has his 4 Vikings and a medevac over here, just taunting and laughing. And those Hellions, no, you didn't miss anything. They didn't try and go. And now one of those goes down. There's still a few left, just scattered about. And uh-oh, one Marine, but there's 2 tanks behind this. And those Hellions are now trapped, doing quite a bit of damage. But Masa, I think, it's safe to say I don't think he's going to win this game. Scam goes down immediately, starts getting a lot of those first shots on all these tanks. Some Hellions come in, but the tanks in the back clean that up. Now SCV's coming. DDE has to target fire those tanks. And now one Marauder going to take this expansion out. This base is still up. And DDE looks like he wanted to take out those tanks from the high ground, but didn't. And here we go, big engagement going down. Lots of tanks sieging up and doing tanky things. And looks like DDE may be broken. The Vikings finally landing. And gonna clean house with the tanks. 1 tank left on the low ground. And now he comes up, but all these Hellions are free to move. However, there are a bunch of tanks still down here. And that one was in range. And uh-oh, he's going in range. He has to come back. And yes, he does pull back. And again, he's got to be careful. There are those 2 tanks on the high ground. Now the Vikings landed. One of those tanks goes down. The second one does follow. And now DDE going in even closer. And it looks like this supply depot is going to be going down slowly but surely. And there still is this base mining. but it's 28 supply versus 129 supply. So I don't think I'm the only one here where a comeback is not realistic at this point for Masa. DDE is just shredding him apart right now. And it looks like two Hellions are out, trying to gather what forces he can. But really why DDE won this is just how efficiently he could stop pretty much any Blue Flame Hellion drop. And I think he's had enough. I think he's just gonna move in. He's like, oh, I can just win the game. Yeah. And that's exactly what he's doing. There goes the GG. DDE takes game number 1 in this BO5.